Hello and welcome. My name is Bill Walker. I work here at Connector Systems, and today I'm going to take you through a live demonstration of how the Delve software enables a system administrator to enforce, in this particular case, content filtering policies on a BYOD device when connected to the corporate network. So first things first, we have Bill here logging in on his corporate machine. Just checking the computer properties, we can see that this is in fact a member of the Delve domain, and just by confirming the IP address that we've received, which is 172.20.1.12, we can see that we have actually been logged in on the Delve SonicWall firewall as well. Now we're going to do a similar thing for the user John. He's going to log in on his domain machine, which again we will just confirm is actually a member of the Delve domain. And then looking at his IP address, we will see that it is 172.20.1.14, and now we can see again that that has been logged on to the Delve SonicWall firewall as well. Now the key thing to see here is that each user has a group of content filtering policies applied to them. So for John, he has the default and limited policies, whereas Bill has the default and authorized policies. Now each user will have this selection of content filtering policies applied to them based on the security group that they are a member of. And in this situation we are using Microsoft Active Directory and a customized version of the SonicWall SSO agent to pass that information on to the firewall itself. Now back on Bill's desktop here, you'll see with his current combination of content filtering policies, he is able to view google.co.nz. He is also able to view trademe.co.nz, as well as nzherald.co.nz. Now these three websites have all been whitelisted in the authorized content filtering policy. However, if he was to then go ahead and try and find a new job on seek.co.nz, we would find that that category has been blocked, as well as social media such as facebook.com. Now if we were to jump back onto John's desktop and do a similar test, we will find that he can browse to google.co.nz. He can also browse to nzherald.co.nz. However, under the limited content filtering policy, when he tries to browse through to trademe.co.nz, he will find that that category has been blocked. Now he will also have the same limitations as Bill, and he cannot view seek.co.nz nor any social media such as facebook.com. So now we can demonstrate what happens in traditional networks when John brings in his own personal device and logs onto the corporate network using his username and password and tries to browse the internet. Now here you see John's personal Android device. He goes into the settings, the wireless and network settings, and tries to join the Delve corporate network. After entering his username and password and clicking connect, you'll see he authenticates onto the network and can view his IP address as 172.20.1.10. However, as this is not a domain machine, the SonicWall SSO agent is unable to register his user session and cannot log him onto the firewall. This means that the appropriate content filtering service for John is not applied to this user session, and he essentially has free access to anything on the corporate network. So now we can show this by opening a new browser, and as before he has access to google.co.nz. He also has access to nzherald.co.nz. And now when he tries to browse to trademe.co.nz, he is able to view that, as well as seek.co.nz and facebook.com. Now, this is simply because the user session has not been registered on the firewall and those content filtering policies have not been applied. Now what we're going to do is enable the Delve application on our network, and you'll see that the non-domain device can now be registered onto the firewall and hence have the content filtering services applied on a per user basis to BYOD devices. Okay, so back here on John's personal device, we can see he is trying to connect to the Delve corporate network. Now you'll notice that there is no changes in the way that he does this. All he has to enter is his username and password. As far as he is aware, there has been no changes to the network in the back end. We'll see his IP address is 172.20.1.10, and back on the firewall we can see that this user session has in fact been registered onto the Dell SonicWall firewall. Now if we look at the content filtering policies that have been applied, we can see that they match his appropriate security group. Okay, so now at last, back on John's personal device for the final time, we can see when he tries to browse through to google.co.nz, he has access as per usual. When he browses to nzherald.co.nz, he also has access to view that. However, as he browses to trademe.co.nz, to seek.co.nz, or to facebook.com, the content filtering policies are being applied and blocking him from viewing these sites. And that concludes our live Delve demonstration today. Please note that while this demonstration was presented using the Dell SonicWall firewall and associated SSO agent, the Delve application itself is currently under development to interoperate with all leading UTM devices. If you do have any questions regarding the Delve software, please feel free to contact either myself on bill.walker@delvebyd.com or Kevin Swainson on kevin.swainson@delvebyd.com, and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions.